Um, the European International Law Academy actually states, I also went to the UN Charter and in their documents on the United Nations website, the UN resolutions are not necessarily legally binding between member states. I'm talking about UN General Assembly, not the Security Council resolutions. And this perhaps could be the thought of Fibonacci when he says that Resolution 16 is a fake God, and then made three proposals which we have denied one entirely. He gave three proposals that could help the people of Ambazonia. I want to begin with you, Barrister Fu. Please talk to us. We've had all the discussions all along the week and different Ambazonians expressing different emotions. But let's look at where in this, how can Ambazonians use this legally to prosecute their cause? And as it's very important for us to interpret the legal implications. What aspect is it entirely useless? Or what is it? Or what can we use to stand our case in international platforms? Let me begin with you, Barrister Fu.
Be-
Please talk to us.
Before I get into the crux of the matter, I beg to disagree with Table Nash, and of course, your monologue. Uh, the reason why the UN General Assembly resolutions, particularly as it concerns decolonization is important, very important, because one, with UN resolution, the various countries that were decolonized had their independence. La Republic was decolonized and its independence were proclaimed by Resolution 1359, I think. That of the Southern Cameroons was 1608. It has taken Tibo Nash more than 8 years to come and tell us that Resolution 1608 is false, from his words. Probably from your words, Paddy, non-binding. I fail to understand that. If it is non-binding, what was the resolution that implemented the results of the plebiscite, that brought the plebiscite results into effective implementation? You look at Resolution 1608, it granted us independence by joining. It also gave conditions by which that joining must take place. I can understand, because there is also a provision that if you don't vote for if a member country does not vote for this resolution, it can declare itself not willing to implement that resolution. It doesn't have the force. UN General Assembly resolutions do not have the force of the Security Council resolution. That is true. But if a resolution is on the table and you refuse and you vote no, it's an indication that you don't want that resolution to be applicable to you. But to declare that it is non-binding for those who have voted yes, I disagree. And for those who are going to be affected by that resolution, I disagree. Resolution 1608 was passed for the Southern Cameroons, the British Southern Cameroons. How we were going to be decolonized. That is it. It is a process that started with forcing us, giving us an ultimatum of the two alternatives. And when we voted to join Cameroon, that was not all. The joining Cameroon would have conditions, and these conditions in what you see in Resolution 16085 are lifted right from the Charter of the United Nations. For any country to have to join another one, even those countries that are independent, there must be a process, and this process is 1, 2, 3, and 4, listed in paragraph 5 of Resolution 1608. How can Tibo Nash or Tibo Nagi, after 8 years of war, after his administration worked on the conflict between the Southern Cameroons and La Republic of Cameroon for many years, he said nothing. The suspicion for me is, why now? Why
Why
now?
now? Actually,
Why
why
now?
now?
And to indicate that a referendum, by its definition, has to do with a country in its entirety.
You see, Barrister,
We no, no.
Barrister,
Let me finish.
you're
Listen to my reasoning. He replaces. He tends to replace our reliance on Resolution 1608 with a referendum,
we're
and
going
that
to
is
come
what
on the
I'm.
referendum part. I just don't want
Okay.
us to. I don't want us to polarize.
What I'm trying to bring to focus is the fact that he has found his what he considers the legal position to superimpose his principle of referendum, and it will not work for us
But
because
Barrister,
because
Barrister, Fruit,
for us to go. No,
Barrister
listen
Fruit,
now. Let me finish. For us to get through decolonization, paragraph 5 of the resolution 1608 would have been implemented both by the our masters, the British, the UK, ourselves, and the government of the government of La Republique du Cameroon. It never took place. It never happened.